Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Invest Power series. It's Easter week this week, so I hope everyone's managed to take some time off. I usually look forward to this type of period because as back in the days as I POIG, I would count how many days I can take in order to maximize my whole leave in this period. And for 2019 this year, basically if you take 3 days, which is this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and also Friday, then you actually get 10 consecutive days off. So I'm expecting that a lot of people is actually taking this opportunity to spend some time with family and also your children, be able to take them out and go somewhere nice. And the weather's been fantastic in Sydney as well, so I can't complain on that. So for today, I want to touch on something very quick. Comprehensive credit reporting. What is it and how does it impact us? So the easiest way to understand what CCR is basically its amendments in terms of what's going to go into your credit report or credit file. So previously, the credit file or credit reporting will only include negative information, things such as bankruptcy, default, any judgments, that kind of information. So things that's going to deduct the numbers. So if you think of it like the credit report has, for example, 1,000 points by default. Every time as you make a default or you miss or you have a judgment or some sort of repayment, that kind of stuff, then essentially you keep subtracting the numbers. So you go from 1,000 to 950 to 900 to 850, etc., etc. And when it goes below a certain threshold, when you're applying for credit, that's when the lender will actually pull up your credit report and look at, first thing they look at the score, and then they look at in terms of any negative information that's in there in order to determine the consumer behavior. So what the CCR changes now, essentially, or the comprehensive credit reporting changes involves, is that apart from negative information, it's also going to include positive information, such as, for example, when you open up accounts and what your repayment history has been for the last 24 months. So it's actually a good opportunity for the lender to have a very detailed like a 360 view of, for example, if I apply for a credit card 2 years ago and I have not missed a single repayment in terms of the last 2 years, then basically a lender, and so I'm trying to apply for a loan today, a lender will look at that and pull up my credit file and go, okay, well, David has opened up a credit card back in 2017 and he has been consistently paying this off every month. So the repayment history is good, and that way it's got more visibility on my financial position and whether I'm kind of under any financial stress. Because if I have issues in terms of making the repayment, you can actually clearly tell, because you'll either be late or you couldn't make the repayment on time. So it will give the lender a lot more information to determine in terms of the borrower's character, and also a lot more from the behavioral side of things. Okay. So does CCR actually impact the way how you apply for credit, or how does it impact you? Okay, well, basically it doesn't actually impact the way that you apply for credit in any way or form. It basically adds more information for the lender to be able to make a good decision. But if you look at it this way, if you've been making good repayments in terms of your loans and your credit cards, keep doing that, because lender will see all these things being factored in as they open up your credit file later on, and they will know, hey, David has actually been very good at making these repayments. So from behavior side of things, he is a good customer that would like to bring on board. So you can also look at it like that way. As long as you keep making good repayment history and minimize the number of credit hits, because we know that every time when you apply for some sort of credit hit, then it actually decreases the score. So minimize the number of unnecessary credit hits so that the scores is maintained relatively good. If you need any more information, go to creditsmart.org.au. There will be comprehensive information on CCR, which you can read up about. Okay, so here's a quick short video for today. I hope you all enjoyed a wonderful Easter break and the Anzac that's coming up, and I'll see you again next week's Invest Power episode.